And is incognito mode really safe?
Well, it's safe from someone else viewing your browsing history at home. But it's not safe in the sense that your internet service provider and maybe your school or office network would be able to actually see what you are browsing.
Huh?
I'm Eugene and I'm a senior cybersecurity specialist at GovTech. So over here I lead a team of cybersecurity specialists where we identify gaps in government systems and we remediate them. Ethical hackers, also known as white hats, is typically someone who hacks for good intent, with a good intent, and also he does not break the law. I think by default today, most Wi-Fi providing routers have the latest encryption standards, and just by using the default encryption standards, I think it's almost near impossible to hack into your neighbor's Wi-Fi. As we move towards smart nation and digital government, there's just a wider attack surface for attackers, people with malicious intent. If hackers are able to breach systems, steal data, steal personal information from people, and that would I think would really affect us as a nation. People would think of a hacker as someone in a black hoodie, sitting in a basement somewhere. But I would say that's very far from the truth. I mean, as you can see, I think we work in a nice place, a pretty nice office. I mean, we do our jobs just in an office environment amongst other people, like regular folk. Hacking is not that easy, as people might think. In Hollywood, you just type some buttons, click, and it's all done within 30 seconds. Actually, that's very, very different from how it is in real life. Yeah, people actually have to spend a lot of time and effort to think of ingenious ideas in order to bypass whatever security mechanisms are in place. Okay, so today we're going to have a simple walkthrough of what it takes to hack into the Mothership website. So this is it's just an example, and it wouldn't work if you tried it. First and foremost, I mean, once we get to a website, what we're going to look for is what this website is hosted on. So the next thing that an attacker could do is actually fire up one of these attacking machines.
Attacking machines?
Yeah, attacking.
It's actually called attacking machine.
Well, it's a security testing machine. And we just let it run. This part is the easy part because the vulnerability has already been found by someone else and they uploaded it to a database that could be referenced, and this part can be automated.
Right.
Okay, so if we look at the output of the program, we can see that there was actually one vulnerability that was identified.
Oh.
Right. Okay, so I've already prepared a script that is going to take advantage of this vulnerability. Okay, so here goes. Let's run exploit. There we go. You see that now it's still your logo that you recognize, and if I refresh the page, it's going to change to Mothership.
Oh my god! Is it actually live?
No, this is not live, don't worry. With such kind of access, an attacker could have done a lot more things, such as maybe changing some of your content, dumping data from the website's database. Attackers evolve really quickly. Their techniques, their tactics, and their procedures continually evolve. It's great because it also allows us, the team, to learn from such things, right, and to also incorporate them into our own set of practices. And at the same time, I think it also presents a different challenge. We have to make sure that it keeps up with these TTPs to make sure that we are able to catch these kind of attacks before they really get to us. So for your accounts, it's relatively easier to breach. People could use various means of gaining access to your accounts, asking you indirect questions to recover your password. What's your birth date? What's your mother's maiden name? Name of your first pet? They could use leaked passwords. Right? There's sometimes hackers actually go and dump breach websites, other websites that you might have put your password on, and then they put it online and people try to reuse these passwords, which brings me to my next point. So please have two-factor authentication for all your online accounts. Comparatively to devices, it's a lot more difficult to get hacked because they would likely not be able to get physical access to your device, and so they must find a means to actually access your device remotely and target a vulnerability. And finding and exploiting such vulnerabilities can be a bit more difficult. it doesn't hurt to be a bit safer. I think that cybersecurity discipline should be applied across the board, be it at work or in your own personal lives, because a lot of times hacks do not happen just in one step. And compromising my mobile device might be the first step into something greater.
So what is the name of the street that you grew up on?
I've since moved from that place.